Hello, hello. Today we are making this cute two-tone ribbed hat. We're gonna be doing different colors because my son wants one. So we're gonna get started on making him one, but isn't it just adorable? First thing you'll need is your yarn. So I'm using two category 4 weight yarns. This one is from Pound of Love in the color Pumpkin Spice. And I have more. This is just what I bought, but I have more, so no worries. And this one is one that I ripped up. That's why it's all wrapped up crazy like this. But this is also a Lion brand yarn because, as you probably know, that's about most of what I use. This is Vanish Choice. Oh, this is so tacky. Vanish Choice from Lion brand, and this is also a category 4 weight yarn, and it also calls for a 6mm hook just like this one, but we will not be using a 6mm hook today. I would say you would need about 100 yards of each just to be on the safe side. These skeins that I'm using are 170 yards each. I'm definitely not going to use this whole thing. You will also need your measuring tape, your hook, and the size hook that we are using today is a 5.5. So we only went down a half size, which is, it's okay. A pair of scissors, darning needle for weaving in your ends, and a stitch marker. Let's get started. Grab your main color, whatever that is. Doesn't have to be black, it could be whatever color you have on hand. We're going to start by chaining 12 inches. Once you have your 12 inches, block off that last stitch, chain 1, and then make a slip stitch into that stitch you blocked off. So essentially, skip 1 and go into the second chain from the hook. Skip that first one, go right into that next one, and make a slip stitch. Don't put any tension on your work when you're making slip stitches, or else it's going to be hard to work into. So you're going to make 4 slip stitches. That's 4. And then you're going to go ahead and make 4 single crochets. And then right here, we put our stitch marker because this is where we will switch up our stitches. And then you're just gonna make half double crochets down the rest of the chain. Once you're at the end of your foundation chain, you want to chain 1 and turn your work. And now we're going to do a half double crochet in the back loop only until we reach our stitch marker. I don't know why I chose black yarn. Probably because it was like my hand touched it first and I was just like, okay, we're gonna use the black yarn, and not realizing it's so bad on camera. Jeez. Okay. All right, we're gonna go in the back loop only with a half double crochet. Please, I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Can you guys see? Anyways, I'm gonna do this with the orange yarn, so you're gonna be able to see it clearer there. So go all the way up, half double crochet, back loop only until you hit that stitch marker, and then wait for me, girl, or I'll wait for you, whoever finishes first. Okay, we are at our stitch marker, so now we're going to go ahead and do 4 single crochets, just 4. Two, 3, 3, 4, and now we're gonna go ahead and do 3 slip stitches, just 3, back loop only. 1, 2, 'Remember, be gentle with that slip stitch yarn. And 3. Once you have that 3rd slip stitch in, we're gonna go ahead and do a color change. So make your slip stitch, get your 2nd color. If you're using 1 color, you don't need to do any of this. Just go ahead and continue with your same color. Put your hook through the last chain, attach your new color, and then pull it through. Chain 1, turn your work and make a slip stitch through the back loop of the next 4 stitches. Just tighten up that color A. 1. This is why I said don't pull the slip stitch tight, because then it's impossible to get back through there. 2. 3. And 4. And when you have your 4 stitches of your 4 slip stitches, we're gonna go ahead and do 4 single crochets. One. Make sure you're still going through the back loop only. 2, 3, 4. And now you can move your stitch marker up. And make half double crochets through the back loop only down the entire row. Go ahead and crochet down your entire chain, and then chain 1, turn your work, come back up, and we'll meet back up at the stitch marker. We are back at our stitch marker. So we're gonna go ahead and do 4 single crochets. And 4. And now we're gonna go ahead and do 4 slip stitches. It's kind of fuzzy, huh? Here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and do 4 slip stitches. Well, three slip stitches. The back loops only. Now we're gonna go ahead and attach color A again, but first we need to get through that first slip stitch right there that looks impossible to get through. Now that we've got our hook through that last slip stitch, we're gonna go ahead and add the other color. I'm not saying don't cut your yarn. If you feel comfortable cutting it, cut it. If you feel comfortable just bringing it up, bring it up. But don't pull it taut. Let the yarn relax. Slide it through there, through that final slip stitch. No tension. Chain 1 and turn your work. Chain 1 and turn your work. And we're gonna do 4 slip stitches back down the row, back loop only. Two. Three. And 4. Uh-oh. And 4. And now we're gonna add 4 single crochets through the back loop only. Two, 3, 4. Move your stitch marker up. And add double crochets down the rest of your row, chain 1, turn, and add half double crochets down the rest of your row, chain 1, turn, add half double crochets coming back up until you reach your stitch marker. Then you're going to do 4 single crochets in the back loops only, 3 slip stitches. On that last slip stitch, you're going to attach your new yarn, your new color, which is color B. Orange is color B for me. Turn your work and continue the same way we did for these first 4 rows. And continue like that until your work reaches 18 inches relaxed and 22 inches stretched. And we'll meet back up here. When you're done with your hat, you want to make sure you end on the opposite color that you started with so that your pattern flows seamlessly. Secondly, you can take out your steam. You can take out your stitch markers. And you want to pull your last working yarn. You want to pull your working yarn. You want to make yourself a long enough chain to close the crown, sew up the seam, and weave in. So just make sure you have a long enough tail to do that. And if you still have your other color attached, you can go ahead and cut that as well. Still making sure you leave yourself a long enough tail to weave in. First thing you want to do is fold your right sides together. Your wrong side is going to be where you can see the color switch seam. That's your wrong side. So make sure that side is facing outward. I'm going to secure my last stitch. And then I'm just going to go ahead and sew up my crown by weaving my needle in and out. Around the entirety. And once you have everything weaved, you can just pull it taut like that, and then connect from that first stitch on the opposite panel. And I like to just go around the crown again just to secure that that closure we just did. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Just go in and out and secure it. This is how the outside of your hat will look after you've secured your crown. Now all you have to do is go ahead and sew up that seam, but right sides facing together. Sew up your seam. How I close my seam is I single crochet my seam closed. I just like how it looks. And so what I do is I match up the stitches on both sides. I go through the first loop of the panel closest to me and the back loop of the panel furthest away. And yes, this is gonna be fun because we're going through slip stitches first. Yeah. Mind you, you can close your seam whichever way is easiest for you. This is the way I close all of my seams. I just prefer it this way. On the front panel, I'm going through the front loop only. And on the back panel, I'm going through the back loop only. And then I'm making a single crochet to close that. So the front loop only and the back loop only. Go ahead and close up your seam for the entire length of your hat, and we'll meet back here once we're done. And we'll meet back here once we've done that. I hope you guys enjoyed making this hat. I enjoyed making this hat. I love this hat. I love the colors. It gives me like fall vibes. It gives me Halloween vibes, but my son loves it because he says it looks like burnt bacon, and I don't know the fascination with that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy making this hat with me. She looks a little weird, huh? Is that better? I don't know. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoy making this hat with me because I enjoyed making this hat along with you. If you do make this hat, please take a picture, post it on Instagram, tag me. Please let me see it because I love to. And thank you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up as well as subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video.